These are the 28 things in Valorant you don't remember. We all know Breach, but did you know Breach actually looked different? In an early version of Breach, he had an orange-colored vest and black undershirt. Now he has a green vest and a black and orange undershirt. I bet you didn't remember that. Or how about when the operator in beta was probably one of the most broken weapons, considering it was only 4,500 credits, and had a faster fire rate at which it was shot.
That's long. What a jet.
Long, off, lit 39.
He's in there, he's on bomb,
What? Omen had a more realistic, evil look. Omen's eyes looked more human-like than his new style today, which looks to be 3 scratch marks going down his face. Another change on Omen is his chest. They added more armor to his body. Before, he just had some clothing going around his body. Valorant has come a long way in such things as improving the HUD. Back then, the agents on the HUD were very low-quality images, but even in the beta, the gun images were not even the same as they are today. It seems like they just didn't want to take the time to make the guns look the same. The Valorant main menu is something that hasn't changed a lot, but something you may have forgotten. The old menu was very simple and didn't have much. Even today is very similar and simplistic, which most people like. Would you rather have something like this? When you first started playing Valorant, we all had to play the tutorial, which looked like this. Look familiar? This is actually the Ascent site, but that isn't the only Ascent fact. Ascent was one of the first maps ever created in Valorant, which is why the tutorial looks like the Ascent map. Ascent was actually in development for 5 years. They even added an Easter egg on Ascent. If you go to the bench, there's a face that looks like Tom Kench from League of Legends. If you're a Valorant mastermind, you may have noticed this yellow crate on Icebox has changed. In March of 2022, Riot made huge changes to Icebox, including this yellow crate, which was once slanted at an angle but now is straight. Do you remember this change? Something you may not remember or never cared to remember is that the map Breeze coordinates are actually located in the Bermuda Triangle, which may be why there are a bunch of crashed ships on the map. Icebox used to have these 2 people and a teddy bear on the map, but after an update, they no longer existed. No one really knew why they were there in the first place. Who else didn't know about this? Before Valorant was released or even in beta, Valorant used to be called Project A. At the time, people were trying to figure out the real name of the game. YouTubers and articles all over were talking about this topic, and eventually in March they found out the real name of Project A. Valorant also has records. On April 7th of 2020, the game had a record-breaking day on Twitch, even before the game was released. Not only that, it was in limited closed beta. Hundreds of thousands of viewers flocked to Twitch to watch streams of the game. According to Twitch, the game broke the single-day hours watched record in a single game category with 34 million hours watched. Meanwhile, the game hit a peak concurrent viewer total of 1.7 million, which is second only to the 2019 League of Legends World Championship. On Icebox, I bet you didn't remember there used to be a samurai hidden on the map, but it actually is no longer there, as it seemed to either escape or be taken by someone. There are actually some skins that never made it into the game. During the beta version of the game, the Lux bundle actually had some other colorways, but they just never made it into the game for some reason. Both the Spike and Diffuser are branded with the logo K, which stands for the Kingdom Corporation in the world of Valorant. Killjoy was originally male during her first development phase, and she was a robot during part of her development as well. I bet one thing you didn't remember is that you are not subscribed yet. Subscribe right now if you haven't. Did you know that each Valorant map is set in a real-life location? Though Valorant is a fantastical game with agents boasting supernatural powers and futuristic technology, it takes place on Earth, or maybe 2 Earths. Either way, maps are located in real life, Ascent being in Venice, Italy, Split in Tokyo, Japan, Breeze in the Bahamas, etc., etc. One cool thing you may never have noticed or forgot about is that every agent has a voice line for getting a headshot in Valorant. But one. Can you guess which one that is? Take a few seconds and think.
Here, satchel out. Satchel out. One enemy remains.
If you guess Reyna, you are right. Reyna is the only agent in Valorant without a headshot voice line. But she is also the only agent with more than one voice line for her ultimate.
They will cower! The hunt begins!
Back in June of 2020, a video released of a Riot game dev saying that they were going to release a new agent every 2 months. I'm glad they didn't do this. I think we would have way too many agents. Breeze released on April 27th, but not even a month later, someone figured out that this Yoru glitch. Do you remember this?
Surprise. Idiot.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yo!
Down A. One enemy remaining.
In an early version of the beta, the agents in the game were leaking a release of a character coming to the game known as a bombshell at the time. This either could have been a killjoy or scrapped agent. What do you think?
You and me, Bombshell. Let's knock him out.
Bombshell! Together again and we're not even breaking the law. Who'd have guessed?
Did you know that Breach is a congenital amputee with artificial arms built by himself, with Raze implementing some major upgrades and custom work? Breach has even implied that his previous life was as a mercenary. Have you ever noticed there are two types of Valorant agents? Radiants are individuals impacted by Radianite in such a way that grants them hypernatural abilities. Their powers range in type and form, with some appearing more elemental and others more foreign to earthly matter. And the other kind are robots that come from another world. You may remember when the first pro ever got banned. Former Overwatch pro and streamer Daniel DeFran Francesca was given a lifetime ban from Solari tournaments, including the current cup being held for Valorant, and the reformed player didn't take it lightly. The unfolding situation rubbed DeFran in the wrong way, both in the lead up to the map advantage and the aftermath of the proposed rematch. His outbursts against hype before and after the map advantage discussions led to Solari issuing a ruling on his eligibility.
Let's put him previous. And Solari, the tournament organizer, the organizer, the Solari TV is the worst organization I have ever seen. Worst tournaments, worst piece of shit. Anyone supporting Solari TV is a fucking bitch. I stand by everything I said. Don't back down from that shit. So triple down, fucking quadruple down. They are all bitches and put them good.
Or how about, do you remember when the Valorant ranks were different? They were originally called Mercenary, Soldier, Veteran, Hero, Legend, Mythic, Immortal, and Valorant. Due to avoiding being a Valorant in Valorant, Riot updated the ranking system to what it is today. Sage has an emblem on her which is from League of Legends. If you know, you know. One of you may have forgotten about or never noticed, but did you know the Google Chrome dinosaur is on Split? Take a look. The Raze voice actor is also the voice actor from Sombra on Overwatch. I bet you didn't notice that.
Hey there. Hello. Let's make some chaos. Initiating the hack. I need to blow something up.
If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an upload.